The story of Harry Potter. Harry Potter is a young boy who lives with his aunt, uncle, and cousin. Their names are the Dursleys, and they are not kind to him. They make Harry sleep in a small cupboard under the stairs. He does not know much about his parents. They told him that his parents died in a car crash. Harry feels lonely and unwanted. But everything changes on his 11th birthday. A giant man named Hagrid comes to find him. He tells Harry the truth. Harry is a wizard, and his parents were also wizards. They were killed by a very evil wizard named Voldemort, not in a car crash. When Voldemort tried to kill baby Harry, the curse did not work. It bounced back and hurt Voldemort instead. Harry survived and Voldemort disappeared. Since that day, Harry is famous in the magical world. People call him the boy who lived. Harry goes to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, a big castle where young witches and wizards learn magic. There, he meets two best friends, Ron Weasley, who comes from a big magical family, and Hermione Granger, a very smart girl who learns everything from books. The three friends live many adventures together. As the years passed, Harry learned more about his past and the dark shadow that still hung over the wizarding world. Lord Voldemort was not truly gone. He was waiting in the darkness, growing stronger, planning his return. Strange things began to happen at the school. A hidden stone that could give eternal life was nearly stolen. A monster in the walls of Hogwarts began attacking students. Prisoners escaped from the most secure wizard prison. And through it all, Harry was always somehow connected to the danger. But Harry was not alone. With Ron and Hermione by his side, he faced challenges, solved mysteries, and fought powerful enemies. He discovered that his parents had been part of a secret group that fought against Voldemort, a group called the Order of the Phoenix. He learned about the deep magic that protected him, his mother's love, which had saved his life. As Voldemort returned to full power, the magical world fell into fear and chaos. The Ministry of Magic refused to believe the truth, and many people turned away. But Harry chose to fight. He trained in secret, protected those he loved, and searched for the hidden objects that kept Voldemort alive. Dark magical items called Horcruxes, where parts of Voldemort's soul were trapped. In the end, the final battle came at Hogwarts. Friends and enemies stood on opposite sides. Many were lost, but many stood bravely to protect the school. Harry faced the truth about himself, that he too carried a piece of Voldemort's soul. And so, he walked into the forest, ready to die, ready to give his life to save others. But death did not take him. Because of the love that lived in him, because of his sacrifice, Harry returned. And when he faced Voldemort one last time, he did not use hate or cruelty. He used courage, knowledge, and the power of friendship. Voldemort was defeated not by violence, but by the choices Harry made, the choice to love, to protect, and to forgive. In the months after the battle, Harry visited the places that had shaped him. He stood in the ruins of his parents' old house in Godric's Hollow. He walked the streets of Diagon Alley, now quiet but slowly coming back to life. People greeted him with respect, but he never let it change him. He did not want to be a hero in books. He just wanted to live, to breathe, to have mornings without fear. Sometimes he sat alone with the photo album Hagrid had given him years ago. He looked at the smiling faces of his parents, of Sirius, of the people who had loved him when he was too young to remember. He understood now that he carried all of them with him. Their love, their choices, and their courage were part of who he was. He no longer felt alone. And little by little, peace became something real. The world did not forget the war, but it learned from it. Friendships grew stronger. Old enemies began to talk, and children were born into a world without the name Voldemort whispered in fear. And Harry, who had once been the boy under the stairs, finally found what he had always wanted. Not magic, not fame, but a place to belong.